Look around the room you're in right now. The walls, the glass in the window, the phone in your hand. Every object near you is quiet proof of one thing. You exist. You were here. Now look at the cheap plastic bottle sitting somewhere near you. The kind you'd toss in the trash without a second thought. Keep your eye on it. You'll want to remember it, because tonight, with no warning, every human on Earth is gone. Not killed, not sick, just gone. 8 billion people, a race between one breath and the next. The lights stay on, the engines keep running, but nobody is steering anymore. Here's the question that should keep you up. How long until there is no sign we were ever here at all? No cities, no monuments, no you. And here's the strange part. Earth doesn't erase us the way you'd think. It saves the wrong things. The first thing to die isn't a building, it's control. Right now, the power grid only stays alive because thousands of people fix it every single minute. They balance it by hand, matching the power to the demand as the weather shifts. Take those hands away, and it drifts within hours. One failure trips the next, like dominoes. Fossil fuel plants choke as the fuel stops coming. Nuclear plants slam into automatic shutdown, and their backup generators kick in, pumping water to keep the reactor cores cool. But those generators were built for a short emergency. Not forever. When their fuel runs dry, the water boils away, and the reactors don't explode the way you'd expect. It's quieter than that, and worse. The ground around them just slowly, silently turns into a place where nothing can live again. Within 2 days, the night side of the Earth goes dark. Think about that. There has never been one night in your whole life without a faint glow somewhere on the horizon. That glow is us, and it just went out. The phone in your hand? Already dead. All that engineering gone in a single day. The plastic bottle next to you? Hasn't even noticed. For a few weeks, the cities still look like cities. Then the green invasion begins. Underground, the pumps that keep the subways and basements dry go silent. Water pours in, whole underground worlds drown in the dark. Above ground, the cities go cold. Right now, your city runs warmer than the land around it, because engines and buildings pump out heat all day long. Switch that off, and the warmth bleeds away. Summers bake harder, winters bite deeper. Materials swell in the heat, shrink in the cold, and cracks crawl open everywhere. Then, the plants move in. Grass splits the roads, vines climb the walls. Nothing tells them to stop anymore. The dogs we left behind form wild packs and take back the streets. The rats feast on our supermarkets until the food rots away and their numbers crash too. In a few months, the sharp, straight lines of your city start to blur, like the whole place is being wiped away with a wet thumb. Your bottle has rolled off the desk onto the floor by now, still whole, still waiting. Now, the real demolition starts, and it starts from the inside. You think of concrete as rock. It isn't. It's a hard sponge with steel bones, and that steel is the weakness. Rain seeps through the tiny cracks, reaches the metal inside, and rust begins. Here's the cruel little trick. Rust takes up more room than the steel it eats, so as it spreads, it pushes outward and cracks the concrete apart from within. The stronger you built it, the harder it tears itself open. Bridges go first. They carry heavy loads every second, and now nobody is repairing them. One by one, they drop into the water below. Skyscrapers last a little longer, but they hollow out. Windows fail. Rain floods the top floors. And in the cold cities, every winter the trapped water freezes, expands, and pries the cracks a little wider, until the floors collapse onto floors, all the way down. The building you are sitting in right now is already dying. You just can't hear it yet. The bottle on the floor, a whole century in. Not a single scratch. Now, fast forward a few centuries, and the word city stops meaning anything at all. Wooden homes rot and flatten into the soil. In the deserts, the dunes swallow whole towns until they vanish. On the coasts, the rising sea drags the concrete and glass out into the shallows. What's left isn't ruins. It's terrain. You could walk right across the grave of a city and never know it. Only the heaviest stone is still standing now. The pyramids of Giza, the carved faces of Mount Rushmore, the things that were already ancient before we vanished. And far above all of it, a tiny metal probe called Voyager keeps drifting through the dark between the stars, still carrying a golden record with a human voice on it. A message in a bottle, thrown into the ocean of space, long after the planet that made it forgot we ever existed. And your bottle? Buried in mud and sediment now. 1,000 years down. And still somehow a bottle. So surely after all of that, we are finally gone, right? Not even close. Give it 100,000 years, 1,000,000. Even the pyramids soften into shapeless hills. Everything we were proud of is gone. Every monument, every statue, every name ever carved into stone. Now imagine an alien geologist lands here, long, long after. From the surface, it looks like humans were never here at all. A clean, green, empty world, until they dig. Buried in the rock, they find a thin, strange line that doesn't belong. Heavy metals, melted glass, and plastic. Not bottles anymore. Your bottle finally broke, somewhere in that 1,000,000 years. But plastic doesn't rot. It shatters. Into dust so small it slips into the soil, the water, even the bones of animals. Microplastics. A whole layer of them, wrapped around the entire planet. Your bottle didn't die. It multiplied. It became the layer. And right beside it, the strangest signal of all. Billions of identical skeletons. All the exact same bird. Chicken bones from the billions we raised and ate every single day, all over the world. That is the fingerprint of humanity. Not the Mona Lisa, not the pyramids. A layer of plastic dust and chicken bones. The trash outlived the temples. So, look at that bottle near you one more time. The cheap, forgettable thing you were about to throw away. It will outlive your house, your city, your country. It will outlive the pyramids. It is, quite literally, the closest thing to immortal you will ever own. We spent our whole history trying to build things that would outlast us. Statues, cathedrals, our names carved in stone. And the earth quietly erased almost all of it. Not with violence, with patience. Time is its only weapon, and time always wins. To a planet 4.5 billion years old, we were a fever that lasted a single afternoon. We wanted to leave a message carved in stone. Instead, we left one written in plastic and bone. 3 quiet words buried in the ground for anyone who ever digs deep enough to read them. We were here.